Hello guys, my name's Haley, and this week we talked about classroom management strategies. In the videos I watched this week, I was able to notice many different classroom management strategies from every single teacher. The classroom management strategy specifically had to do with how the students were able to participate in their classroom. For example, with Toni Morrison's class, they did a lot of participation through raising their hands. I think this is a common strategy that teachers use. It can be effective. I think it worked very well for Toni Morrison's class, but for some classrooms, I don't think it's always the best strategy. I think gaining student engagement is better with having more creative classroom management strategies, especially when it comes to participation. And I believe that more creative participation strategies lead to more participation within the classroom. For example, in the small group and individualized math instruction, the teacher had students go up to the front of the classroom and work through problems in groups, which showed more participation. Although she picked them, it still showed more participation, whereas in Toni Morrison's class, that was all up to the students for participation. Whereas with going up to the front of the classroom, they had to solve the problem in front of the class. Like, they had to solve the problem, they had to work through it as a group, and they had to participate through it, where raising your hand is an individual choice in raising your hand. Although it is good to give the students the ability to make the choice of participating because it just makes them feel more comfortable, it is always the best route to go just because of how easy it is to see a lack in participation. Sometimes students need the extra push to participate. So, with that being said, I believe Toni Morrison's strategy is effective in some cases. Depending on the classroom, I think it's more effective in older students rather than younger students. Younger students are still getting comfortable with participating in a class, especially when it comes to speaking out. Whereas in older classrooms like high school, like Toni Morrison's, it's more used to, and they're used to having to have class discussions and partner discussions, and they've been through it all through elementary school and are used to it by then. Another teacher that I noticed used a different strategy was the last video, which was titled Solving Problems Using Collaborative Math Talks. This was a younger group of students, and in order to have them, she'd have them talk either with their partners or just think about it, solve the problem, and then she would be like, give me a thumbs up when you have your answer in your head. And then she'd be like, say it into your hand, and she'd have them say it like this, and then whenever she was ready for the whole class to blurt out the answer, she said, and let it out, and everybody would blurt out the answer. I think this is a super creative strategy, and it pushes the students to want to participate because they want to participate in that activity, especially for younger kids. I think it's a good strategy because they want to participate in little stuff like that. So the more creative the strategy is and the more comfort the students have with their teacher, I think it's better in participation, and you see more engagement and you see more willingness to participate.